everyone, it's Manera. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning to Chris and to Alice. Who else is here with us this morning? Of course, Scarlett is looking for another biscuit. All right, so let me go get her another biscuit while you caught me just kind of like, you know, setting up. We're working on Be Grateful page today. And hang on one second. Marco Raffines are the weapon of choice today. So Marco Raffines. Marco Raffines. Okay. Hey, good morning, Paula and Mamie. How is everyone this morning? Scarlett is a little excited today. So, I don't know what's happening. When we're using Marco Raffine colored pencils today, we're working on the Grateful page for with the words. And that's the format that we're going to be using throughout, if you haven't noticed yet. Haven't figured that out. Let me move my biscuits before I start to snack on them. If you have not caught on to my format that I'm using here, is that I'm doing the page with the girls, the ladies, and then the following week we work on the one with the words. I guess we should continue it that way. What do you all think? I've set them up actually as color alongs on my Facebook page, so there's a schedule happening, and we can go over the dates today as we're together. Now I have a good place to put my stuff here. Let's put it over here. All right. So I've set it up basically so that so today we're going to finish this one. And then we're backing up in the book though for next week because I made a boo-boo. Let me tell my dogs that this is the last biscuit. This is the last one, you guys. So next week we're backing up and we're going to be happy. I hope we'll be happy, right? We're going to be happy on the 20th, and we're going to be happy on the 27th. Yes, she is very happy to see her fans. Actually, tomorrow's her birthday, so I told her that she could have a week-long celebration, and I guess she thinks that is really a thing. So here she is celebrating her birthday. She's going to be 11. Tomorrow. I can't believe she's going to be 11. She acts like I told her that she could have a week. She acts like she's 2. Steals stuff, you know what puppies do. I want to share this out to at least to the. Yeah, she's crying again. I want to share this to something here. Hold on a second. If you could share this out to a coloring group, it would be great. I don't know why it's not letting me do what I want to do here. What puppies do. All right, there she is. Happy birthday, Scarlett. Thank you. Yeah, she's celebrating for the whole week, Paula, so she's got a lot happening, apparently. I don't know. Scarlett, it's time for us to sit down now, okay? And have our color along and talk to our friends. Right? It's okay. 11, I know, Alice. Can you believe she's 11? I can't believe she's 11 years old. Usually, I had another English setter, and she lived till 12. And, I mean, I don't know. I think that her grandfather, her grandfather, Zach, lived till 15, I think. So sometimes they live till, like, 15. I know some English setters that have lived till 17, believe it or not. I don't know if I can handle her till 17. No, I hope she does, but she's going to take a little bit of a rest. Dawn, good morning. Dawn says, I'm here until the realtors get here to take pictures of the old house. Oh, awesome. I actually have a phone call that might happen in the midst of this, that I'm waiting for a phone call back. So, you know how it works. Murphy's Law is out, they call it. It'll happen while we're doing something else. So if that happens, I'll mute you. We don't want everybody to listen to my phone call. And I'll just go take it quick, and then I will be right back. But in the meantime, I've got to get her another biscuit. You want another one, Scarlett? Hang on a second. good morning, Sandra. We're just going to wait a few minutes before we get started for everyone else to get here. So I was just actually talking about, here, Paisley, that next week we're going to go backwards in the book, and we're going to go to Be Happy. But for today, we're still living in gratitude, like we do every single day, right? What do you think about these color-alongs as we're working through this book? This is going to take us a while, actually, because, I mean, it could be a year from now and we're still working on this book, right? Because there's 50 pages to color, and I actually set up a color-along, which, what do you think about this? I set up a color-along for the journal page, because I didn't think that we wanted to skip the feathers, right? So let me know what you think about that. And so we've got some dates happening here. So next week today we're working on Be Grateful. Next week we will backtrack and we'll go to Be Happy. Alice, the last biscuit should be like, you know, it doesn't really mean anything. I guess it's just a lie. I guess I have to say it like this. This is the last biscuit. That's how I have to say it. I have to say it like that. I have to put my foot down. Yeah, it may be a while, right, Paula? So we've got this one happening on the 20th, right? Then we backtrack again, and we go to the words for Be Happy on July 27th. Then we go forward again. It's like we're driving. And we go over to August 3rd, and we are going to be artsy. I'm not really crazy about that word, to be honest with you, but it's a thing, right? Be artsy, creative. We're going to back up. We'll do the words on August 10th. And then on August 17th, we'll work on the journal page with the feathers, because why not, right? It's there. We may as well do it. Why skip it? And we won't do two of them, though. If you want to do two of them, you can, but I'm just going to do one. Then on the Yeah, that's the 17th. Then on the 24th, we'll be feisty. And then on the 31st, which brings us till the end of August, and then I'll set up more color-alongs, more dates. We'll work on the words for Be Feisty. So that's how the format's going to work as we're moving along, right? So I'm hoping that what we're getting out of all of these these weekly color-alongs, or this is really the last one. Hang on one second. This is the last one, okay? That's it, girls. I'm hoping what we're getting out of all of this is that we can come out with some pages that maybe you could take and you could turn into a card, or you can frame them for a gift. I hope so. I hope that is what is happening. I hope it's improving coloring skills. I don't know. I hope it's teaching everything. Thank you, Marianne. I hope it's just, I don't know. I just hope it's enjoyable. If all it's doing is giving you an hour of fun and an hour of, I don't know, escape, right? We all want to escape something. An hour of escape from the world. That's what my goal is. Isn't that awful? To escape from the world. It's the last one. I know, Paula. It's always the last one. So I'm going to start out with some pink. Marker Raffine number 516. And we're going to get started. And we're just going to kind of color. I'm going to start with this guy right here. What did we do for this one? Oh, I'm not going to make it the same as the one from last week, though. Exactly. Camaraderie is exactly what it is. You know, that's how I started color-alongs back in the day. I just started them as a way to kind of gather along. And that was a while ago. That was before, that was like at the beginning of Facebook Lives. So, yeah, so that's what had happened. And I just kind of gathered together, and we just gathered as a group. And every week, actually twice a week at that point, and we used to start it. At one point, I think I started, when I first did my first color-alongs, I did them at 6 o'clock in the morning. I know, crazy, right? But let me tell you, there were people there. And it was a lot of fun. And now, honestly, I look forward to them as my escape. No matter how horrible I feel, no matter what is going on in life, and maybe I may say, oh, this is awful, and this is not a good day. I always look forward to this. I always look forward to these hours, so in this time together, because it's a way to just kind of say, well, I'm gonna be my best. I'm gonna put my best foot forward, and I appreciate everybody taking time out of their day to do this with me, and to watch, and to listen to my voice. I know, 6 a.m., right? I don't know, though. I got up, this morning I got up at Did I get up? I was awake at 6 a.m., but I got up at 6:30. I don't know. What time do you wake up? What time does everybody wake up in the morning? I think I'm an early riser. They say that the secret to success is to wake up at 4 a.m. Does anybody do that? To be quiet and be still. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't really like 4 a.m. Coloring is always my escape, Marianne is saying. Coloring outside in the sunshine. It's going to be a hot one here today, Marianne. It's going to be 90 today. Last night we had the craziest weather, actually. The craziest. I don't think I've ever seen. Do you get up at 6? Yeah, I do. I usually get up between 6 and 7. Honestly, if I get up at 7 o'clock, I think I've slept too late. So I like that 6 to 6:30 time. It's quiet. Nobody's bothering me. Well, I don't know if I can say that. Nobody's bothering me. It is quiet, though. 4 o'clock. Yeah, at 4 o'clock, no way, right? But we had the craziest weather last night. They said it was going to be just a sprinkle. A sprinkle? I don't think I've ever seen it rain like it did last night. It didn't look like raindrops, but it looked like buckets. You know when they say it poured buckets? No, this literally looked like a bucket was being poured. It was lightning, it was thunder, it was hail. It was incredible. And here I am going from window to window, from floor to floor, room to room, to, my house is only 2 floors, so it's not like I went up like 12 floors or something, but because I was worried about the air conditioners, because we had air conditioners on, and we did lose power for like a second, but just long enough to kick out the, to kick off my computers and to kick out the, knock out the cable box, so it had to reboot. So it was nuts. I saw a lot of people put photographs online from the storm, and I just thought to myself, how in the world did you even get them? Because I didn't even want to be near the window. The lightning was horrible. You didn't get that storm, did you, Marianne? Usually whatever Marianne gets for weather, I end up getting later on, like a little while after. So, yeah, so this meeting of, I don't know, this meeting of the minds here that we meet, we're talking about being grateful today. So we're still living in gratitude. I mean, sometimes I have my slip-ups. I don't know about you. I think it happens to the best of us, right? You kind of slip and you think, well, I really think that everything stinks today, and I just think that I'm having a horrible day, and life is awful, and I hate, I don't know, I just want to go pound sand. And I mean, does that happen to you? And you kind of like lose sight of the gratitude part of it all, and you lose sight of actually being grateful. Slip and you think, I'm having trouble with my sound. I feel like the weather patterns are getting crazier and crazier. You're right, baby. Isn't it crazy? I mean, I very rarely watch the news, and last night I watched it. And like the weather news, like at 6 o'clock, and they said a raindrop. Well, that guy needs to they need to reevaluate his job performance, right? So I just think that sometimes we slip in that gratitude pattern. You know, we jump on the complain train. We start complaining. We complain about everything. That was your day yesterday? I kind of had that as a day yesterday. Full moon though, Chris, right? It's a full moon. I think it happens to a lot of people as a full moon. I started the day pretty good, right? Not bad. The day was starting out okay. And then I don't know what happened about an hour after I started my day. And I lasted an hour. Hey, Sherry, I lasted an hour. By 9 o'clock, well, I want to say an hour. Say I got up at like 6:30. By 9 o'clock, I was like, that's it, I'm done. You put yourself in a timeout about 4 o'clock and went to bed. I put myself in a timeout at 9 a.m. How about that? How sad is that? No, I did. I put myself in a timeout at 9 a.m. The full moon affects me too. The full moon really affects my pain level. Most of the time, I actually can't sleep when it's a full moon. How about you? I have a sleepless night. I think we talked about this before, Chris. I end up having a totally Sleepless night. But last night I did sleep. I just couldn't find anything good to watch on TV. So there was my problem. Although I was watching something that I just have to, I don't know if I can continue it. Is anyone watching that show Sinner on Netflix? So we can get back to that. Anyway, I think that might be what's keeping me awake sometimes. Yeah, so I think that when we kind of get on that complain train, right, that feeling of, oh my God, like Chris says, I have to put myself in a timeout, or like I said, I was like, I'm done. Done. Hi, Ireland. How are you, my friend? I hope you're watching. Do you think she's watching, Marianne? Well, I want to make sure I say hello to you. If you're watching, have your mom say hello back so I know you're here. Same here, more pain, insomnia, and lower tolerance for people. Oh, lower tolerance for people. I was talking about this actually this morning with I don't even know who I was talking about it. That people drain my energy. I'm such a people person. No, really, I am okay about it, but I think it's just you kind of hook on to people's energy. The people's energy just kind of, I guess it's an empath thing. She's watching? Ireland. I hope you're going to color today too, my friend. Yeah, so I just was like, that's it, I'm done, right? I was like, I am done. Hey, Ireland. Good morning, my friend. Good morning to Ireland's mom, Clarissa. How are you guys? So sometimes I just say to myself, this is not good. This is just not going to be a good day. So I just kind of laid flat. Alexandria, I was just thinking about you last night and said, I have got to get in touch with her. How are you? So I just kind of like laid flat and said, this is crazy. But then I reminded myself that I was being a poopy pants. And I was being like, I was just being a complainer. And I thought to myself, here I am inside my air-conditioned house, grateful. Here I am on my soft bed, a bed at all, right? Grateful. Here I am lying here with both my two dogs who love me. Grateful right there. I'm using Marco Raffine, Sherry. I'm sorry. You like this purple one, Ireland? This is Marco Raffine number 524. This is a pretty color, isn't it? Here I am lying in my house where there's food to eat. Grateful, right? So what am I complaining about? I don't know. I'm complaining because maybe I'm just a little uncomfortable. Well, I mean, I don't know. At that point, I gave myself a pep talk, looked at myself in the mirror, said, suck it up, buttercup, get up, right? And get on with your day and do something that is going to, that you're going to enjoy. Do something that you are going to not be so stressed out over. And I mean, there were other things that were going on, other things that are happening in life that were getting me down, I guess, right? I guess I could have had a right to complain about things, but I had just, and here's one thing that I was complaining about that I really kind of like reprimanded myself over was that I had just placed an order online, like a supermarket order, food order at the supermarket, an online order to go do curbside pickup. And here I am complaining that now I got to go pick it up. I mean, first of all, be grateful that you had the money to buy the food, right? Be grateful that I have the car to go get the food. Be grateful that I can drive myself there to go get the food. My goodness, I'm really hard on myself, right? So I just kind of like gave myself this pep talk, said, what the heck is happening to you? Sure, you're in pain, but you can walk, right? So I just went down that whole road. So I guess it's easy to trudge through the day, right? So let's take a look at what this page says. So let us be grateful to people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. And that's a quote from Marcel Proust that I put in this book. And then what I continued to write was, it's so easy to trudge through each day complaining about every ache and pain, news, circumstances, and more. But being aboard the complaint train, there's that complaint train, right, has no seats left for gratitude. Although it may seem there is not much to be grateful for, simply look around and start with the simple things. And that's what I did yesterday. I just started with the simple things. Expressing your gratitude towards people, things, or situations in your life will change you in ways you will never believe it. It will help you feel positive. positive emotions, improve your health, and build a stronger relationship with those around you. A warm feeling of thankfulness towards the world or other individuals is a wonderful way to live. Take a moment to list 3 things you're grateful for today. What are you grateful for, Ireland? Do you understand what that means? I bet you do. I bet you're grateful for a lot of things. I bet you're grateful for your mom. I bet you're grateful for your grandmother. I know you're grateful for her because you spend a lot of time with her. She looks like she has a lot of fun with you. Hey, good morning, Karen. Karen's saying, good morning, everyone. I haven't been to a color along in a very long time. I've been coloring in 3D happy words and simple bird mosaics with my grandson, Gage. Oh, that's awesome. How old is Gage? So I think that kids can easily be grateful for things, right? Grateful for maybe breakfast, grateful for crayons, grateful for just a sunny day. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to get yourself out of that funk, right? But I think that if you got to give yourself a timeout, like Chris says. I love it. I love the timeout, Chris. That's an awesome way of saying it. Good morning, Rosie. Did I see you here yet? I don't know if I did. So that's my take on gratitude. I don't know. What does everybody else think about that? Anybody have anything to add about that? I'm going to give my pencil a quick sharpen. Does anybody else give themselves a timeout like Chris does, or make yourself get up and kind of give yourself a pep talk and, I don't know, tell yourself that to get over yourself, suck it up, buttercup. She's grateful for coloring with Jamma and her mom. That is awesome. That is awesome, Ireland. I love it. I love to color too. What's your favorite color, Ireland? Do you have a favorite color? I think that if we just kind of remember to be grateful. I've been good, Alexandra. How are you? Chris was getting on her own nerves. I was too. My goodness. That's how I felt. I said to myself, and I didn't even know it was a full moon. Honestly. Well, the dogs or the cats kind of like, bounce around. Or they suck your energy, right? And they kind of are just like, although, I don't know, Scarlett doesn't really do that. When Scarlett sees me that I'm not being, that I'm kind of being, the poopy pants, then she just kind of gets like, you got to get up. Oh, I love bright pink and bright purple, Ireland. Karen says, Gage will be 6 in 2 weeks. Oh, happy birthday, Gage. He has sensory and attention issues, so I love that he can concentrate for a long time while coloring. Oh, my God, that's amazing. That's amazing. Is he coloring with you today, Karen? Sometimes I feel like that I have attention issues with things. Sometimes I feel like I'm like talking about something, then I'm off on a tangent. Oh my goodness, I don't know. So one of the things that I've actually involved myself with this week is I actually have to go turn something off. Hold on. Doing great. Feel like I haven't been to one of your lives in forever. I'm so out of the loop. You are out of the loop, Alexandria. We are here. I'm live now every Wednesday. Hang on a second. Okay, I didn't know what that noise was. Apparently it's nothing. Hey, Bev. Well, I hope you have a fun day coloring with him, Karen. Yeah, I'm live every Wednesday now, Alexandria. My color-alongs are still happening on Thursday mornings. And, matter of fact, those are recorded, though, on YouTube. However, guess what, Alexandria? My next color-along book starts on August 1st. It's going to be Mondays and Thursdays now at 10 a.m. on YouTube, recorded. Guess what volume? 19. Can you even believe it? Matter of fact, it's on sale today. The Color Along Volume 19 is on sale today on Amazon for $8.99. It's half price. It must be a Prime deal or something, a Prime special. I'm not sure what happened. Sometimes they put stuff on sale. I don't know when that happens. They don't tell me anything. But go check out that book. So that starts on August 1st. There's going to be a lot of different things we're going to color in that book. We're going to color with pennies. We're going to use coffee and tea, silly putty. What else are we doing with that one? different types of things, textures, I'm sure. I don't have it in front of me. But yeah, so I'm live now on Wednesdays with this book. So this is a cool book because it's not only it's a good price, isn't it, Marianne? This book, don't forget, this book is not only just a coloring book, right? It's also a full color book. So if you're looking for something that's a good book for someone that just is good for kids, this is good for everybody, just to kind of maybe pop out. 19, can you believe it? Can you believe it, Alexandria? Mind-blowing. Thank you. Isn't it crazy? I know. I did actually think to myself, maybe I should stop at volume 20 and kind of like make a change after that. I don't know. Maybe. Because I think that volume 20 will take us till the end of 2022. So maybe in 2023, hopefully I'm still doing this, right? How so many people have stopped with coloring books. It's incredible. But hopefully, hopefully I'll be on number two. I don't know what's going to happen in 2023. Right now, I actually, in addition to working on lives on Facebook, I'm also starting to get involved with TikTok. And I know a lot of people, oh my goodness, a lot of people are like against TikTok. And I'm going to tell you, it doesn't mean, it's just like another platform for me to kind of be on. But if you're on TikTok and you want to follow me, if I get to 1,000 followers, I think I have 86 right now. Not pathetic. But when I get to 1,000 followers, I can do a live video on TikTok. So I will do that. I'll do a live color along on TikTok when I get to 1,000 followers. So I don't know. I'm working on it. If you're a TikToker, hey, Ireland, what color should I do next? What color should I make these flowers up here in these corners? Like these kind of like pointy flowers. Help me out, Ireland. I'm going to get some green out to do the garland behind it or the vine behind it. But hopefully Ireland will let me know what color I should make those pointy type flowers. What do you think, Ireland? Yeah, so I'm kind of working on TikTok. And I got to say, TikTok takes me down a road that I have to like put my phone in timeout, because I'll tell you, it really, I don't know. Does anybody else have this problem with TikTok? I had taken it off my phone for a little while, but now I'm back to it. But I've got to stop watching Dr. Pimple Papa. I don't know about you. So, I mean, talk about being grateful. Watch some of the crazy things on TikTok that people do to themselves. Whew. Makes me nuts. All right, Ireland is saying pink. So I've got to do a different shade of pink, though, because I have light pink, right, Ireland? I wanted to ask Ireland because Ireland is my youngest fan, and she's my youngest follower of my coloring books. And she's here for the first time watching this color along, and I'm so, so excited that she's here. It's incredible. Okay, so let's see. I've got to get a good pink color in here, Ireland, because I'm not sure. I'm going to venture off of my Marker Raffines, and I'm going to move to a Crayola pink, because I think there's a better pink color there. Well, that's red. Oh, this is a good one, I think, right? Yes, it is. Here it is. You fall down into the TikTok rabbit hole, Karen? Isn't it awful? People are nuts. You're anti-Twitter. Yeah, I'm not into Twitter. How about TikTok, Chris? Are you a TikToker? I definitely fall down the rabbit hole. It's like, I don't know. I actually considered looking to see if I could put something on my phone that would limit the number of hours or the number of minutes I can look at it. Because people are crazy. They do crazy things. I mean, between that and YouTube. Ireland, how old are you, Ireland? When I was 5 years old, I wanted to be an artist. That's when I determined that I was an artist. That's when I said, I am going to be an artist. And I knew that I already was one. And I made this book. I drew the whole book by hand. It was my very first book. Honestly, I wish I had it. I wish I still had it. My mom saved a lot of stuff from when we were kids. All of our artwork and stuff from school, but for some reason that is not there. Matter of fact, I have the box of it. I really need to go look again, because I wrote this book and I illustrated it when I was about maybe 8 years old. And it was called The Red Spotted Dog. And I took the book and all these pages and I bound it together with a stapler. It was the coolest thing. And he was the red spotted dog. I probably could still draw him again. If I could find that book, I think I would recreate it. I'm not really sure. I don't remember what the story was. But yeah, I get a lot of great belly laughs from TikTok too. But people are nuts. They're nuts. I don't know. They say that TikTok, I did attend a webinar the other day, and they said that TikTok is going to be what Facebook was at the beginning, what's happening with TikTok. So it's kind of like get involved with TikTok now before, like while it's on the ground floor. It's really, I hope it's there, Sandra. I gotta look. I know there's other artwork in that bin. I have to go take another look. It has everything from first grade. I mean, maybe there's other drawings. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun if I took all my drawings? Oh, thank you, Ireland. And Clarissa, thank you. I wonder if I could find early artwork and just kind of like turn them, wouldn't that be funny? Turn them into my coloring pages. That would be cool. I'll have to go look for that. Yeah, it was the red spotted dog. It was very small. It was probably like maybe this size paper, and then I folded it in half. But I remember all the staples, and I remember stapling it together, and I actually can still remember myself sitting at my little desk in my room, writing it and drawing it. It was my very first book. Isn't that crazy? So it just makes you wonder, like, what are kids determined to do? What's their passion? I think that it's just what I mean, when a kid says, this is what I want to be at 5 years old, that's usually what they want to be. I mean, unless you want to be an astronaut. But maybe you could be an astronaut. I don't know. You could be, right? I have to get rid of this little, where it says color along over there in the corner because it's going to block the page. Yeah, so that was my very first book. I'll have to go dig it out of the archives, see if I can put it on there. But yeah, so I'm going to try to get some artwork going on TikTok. I do have some coloring book flip-throughs on there. I have a few things happening, but let me tell you, that TikTok. Hey, Terry, haven't seen you in a while. How are you? All right, so this is a Crayola. It's called Magenta. I'm going to get a good point on this because we got to do this with this color. Rosie says her granddaughter's, my niece has a TikTok page. That's what got me involved with it. What does she do on TikTok? I'm starting out with this one, and I'm going to go really, really, really dark. Let's have some fun with this one, actually, and do dark and then light. What do you think about that? Should we do it that way? I'm good. I'm glad to see you. And we'll go dark here. So it'll kind of be like a two-tone type of flower petal where it's dark, heavy pressure, light pressure. I don't know. How is that looking? I guess it looks okay. This one doesn't have a line. We don't know why. We're not going to judge this flower, by the way, for not having a line. So I'm thinking about drawing a new coloring book. I was talking to Marianne about it, and I'm thinking it could be maybe a view style book. I'm not sure. Everyone's been posting so many fun pages that they've been coloring from the view, from a bug's view. It kind of got me inspired. Gave me some inspiration. I'm live here every Wednesday now, Terry, so hopefully you can join. We're coloring through this whole book. This is one of my new books. That's actually my newest book. I haven't created a coloring book since this. It's called Just Be, and it's all the things that you can be. So today we're talking about being grateful and showing that gratitude for everything, which is kind of hard sometimes, but I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's easy to be grateful for everything, or do you find it to be, well, I don't know. I think that I'm going to give this guy just a heavy pressure for the whole thing. I think that no matter how grateful you are, I do think that everyone can get caught up in it, caught up in maybe falling down that rabbit hole, jumping on that complain train. I'm going to do this one a little differently. I'm going to put this heavy pressure at the beginning, or in the middle part of it, and then move my way out with light pressure. How does it look in Ireland? What do you think about this method I'm using here, how I'm coloring this? I hope that you're coloring. Is she coloring anything like this too, Marianne? Are you coloring anything like this today, Ireland? This is kind of a detailed book, but I bet you would do a really good job with it. Yeah, sometimes I just get like, boy, this stinks today, But you just kind of have to, like, pop yourself out of that mindset. Plus, we all have a person in our lives that we kind of complain to, right? And or we vent. I guess we should call it venting. Sometimes you have to vent. You got to get it out or you're going to explode. I mean, the best one to complain to for me are my dogs. They keep my secrets. They don't say much. They don't criticize. They're always happy to see me. Oh, the feather page to write letters. What a great idea. I would love to get a letter from you. Maybe we could start writing each other letters, Ireland. Would that be okay with your mom? Ask your mom. I would write you a letter. Oh, I know. Don't you just love when kids always send pictures with the emojis? Yesterday and today is Amazon Prime Day. Coloring supplies too. I know, Alice. Have you bought anything? I've been asking, what's her name? Alexa, for some Prime deals, and she gives me a list. You know what I'm looking for? See? She just talked to me. Clarissa, Ireland and Clarissa and her mama saying, we are at Panera. We'll color when we get home. Oh, wow. I bet you're having something delicious at Panera. I've never ever been to Panera. Can you believe it? I know. Isn't it crazy? So, Alice, you know what I'm looking for, actually? Maybe you'll have a suggestion, or anybody else might have a suggestion. I'm looking for a different set of markers. I don't want anything that has an odor. Okay. I will send... well, Clarissa, I don't know. Maybe I can send it to you, or if not, I'll send it to your mom. With my address. We'll figure it out. I'm looking for markers. I'm really looking for a set of markers that are, I gotta say the best deal out there is Faber-Castell Duo Tips, which are only like $5 today or something. I did see those. I was thinking of getting these Pentel sign pens that are kind of expensive, but it says that when you use them, it's like using watercolors. Does anybody have those? You ever hear of those, Alice? I don't know what I'm going to buy today. I don't really have a lot of money to blow on Prime Day. Do I really need anything, or am I just going to get it because it's Prime Day? Right? You got to wonder. Somebody had a post somewhere in a group that said that before you start shopping today, consider whether or not you really need it, or are you just doing it, to, what is it called? FOMO, F-O-M-O? Fear of missing out? Is that what that's called? Is it a FOMO thing? I have to pivot my page. I'm sorry about that. Do you have the fear of missing out because you're not shopping on Prime Day? I don't know. Maybe. There are a few things I'm looking for. I'd like a new chenille bedspread for my bed. Um, maybe I can ask Santa for markers. That's a good idea. I don't know if he'll bring me anything, though. I'll have to see. That's a good idea. I don't know. The markers, I mean, I guess there are some deals, but then again, there's the clearance deals at different stores, or, I mean, then there's Dollar General. Dollar General, to me, has just got, like, the best prices. A Dollar General near me just recently opened back up again. I gotta give this a quick shopping. And I just could not even believe some of the prices when I went in there the other day. They closed because they had a fire, actually. Somebody was in the store not watching their kids. Can you believe this? And the kids took a lighter off a shelf, a cigarette lighter, and they set a fire in the back of the store. And the whole place closed down. They were closed for months. And I swear, since that place closed, I have spent more money on so many different things. You know? I mean, what did I buy there the other day? It was like everything's like half price. I think I bought body wash there the other day. There was like $5, which would have been like, I don't know, $8 or $9 somewhere else. So, anyway, now that I've talked about all of these crazy things, right? Yeah, isn't it crazy? A fire. And actually, I had gone in there, and I guess all the people that worked there had gotten transferred to other stores. But when I went in there, and I saw the manager, I was talking to her, and I said, what happened to those kids that caught the place on fire? She said, they're still around. She said, as a matter of fact, they came in the other day. Isn't that awful? They were like 11 and 12 years old, fooling around. And you know what? I'm in line at the register, and what's to my left? Lighters. In full reach. You know what kind of lighter looks like a torch? Now, haven't they learned their lesson? I've got to pivot here. Haven't they learned their lesson that we should not keep these out? Crazy. That's my like OMG moment of the day. You know, I said to myself, well, there's another example of this person lighting something on fire. I could have easily picked it up. Anyone could have easily picked it up, taken it anywhere, put it in their pocket, lit something on fire. I don't know. Don't you ever just wonder to yourself, now, if the world just listened to my rules and my suggestions? Yeah, I agree, Terry. At that age, they know better, right? They should. I don't know what happened to them. Apparently nothing. Certainly don't bring them back there, right? I love this color too, Ireland. Isn't it pretty? I'm so glad that you suggested pink. All right, so now I'm moving on to this one, which is really called magenta, but to me, hey, it's pink. Pink, pink. What's that little thing people say? Pink, pink, you stink, right? I don't really think that's true. I love pink. All right, I've got to get this green back here, though. See, right here, I missed this with the green. Yeah, I think they should have at least stayed out of the store. But it would seem like they shouldn't put the cigarette lighters out where you can reach them either. I mean, oh my goodness. Anyway, I guess I was grateful that I was in there. Got to find it somewhere. So I guess I'll have to figure out what am I grateful for today. And just kind of remind myself. I mean, do you make a list? Some people do well with a list where they stop at the end of the day and they make a list of all the things that they're grateful for. Some people do well with that. I don't do well with that. I feel like it's too structured. I'd rather just kind of sit quietly, you know, in my timeout as I do my air quotes, and just kind of think about the things, right? Because it's hard to get out of that, you know? And how about, you know, I was having a conversation with somebody the other day about this, and they were, how old was this person? Maybe a teenager, 16, 17 years old. And we were talking about just kind of like things in life and why isn't it fun And I remember saying to them, you know, just because that looks like it's fun when you're looking at it online and in those crazy TikTok videos, right? It doesn't mean that that's how it is in life. And then I realized, boy, I must really sound like a grump. But I think that sometimes we forget that life is not what we see online, right? That we're in our life and we're looking at online, we're looking on social media, and we're seeing all of the nice things about social media. We're seeing people's perfectly cleaned houses, right? We're seeing people's perfectly decorated homes, or we're seeing how things fit each other, or these people in bikinis. Aren't they pretty, Marianne? And that's not reality, and I guess that might bring us down. So you have to realize that that is entertainment. Don't you think? That if you kind of think of it as, well, I'm being entertained by that, and I'm not going to compare my life to all of that, then it would be easier to not have to fall into that that funk, right? Hey, goodbye, Ireland. Bye, Ireland's mom, Clarissa. I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. So, what do you think about the whole social media thing? Do you think that it kind of like brings you down? Like, oh, I should have. I guess that maybe if you're younger, it would. It's a hard thing to teach kids now, or teens, that, you know, not everything is a Pinterest board. Not everything is, I don't know, not everything's so much fun and how exciting. And I mean, that's not reality, what we're seeing out there. That's entertainment. And if you think of it like that it's completely entertainment, I think I think that it'll probably be easier to kind of digest, right? Kind of swallow, if you want, I mean, for lack of a better word. And then you can kind of say, well, that wasn't that bad, you know? All right, I'm moving on to the middle section. Now for the middle area, I'm going to go with blue, I think. That was so nice that Ireland stopped in, Marianne. So exciting. I hope she enjoyed it. You'll let me know. So cute. All right, so there used to be this little kid that took painting classes with her grandmother, actually, with me, and she thought it was the greatest thing. She's probably like a teenager by now. That was a while ago. All right, now what should I pop in the middle of that? I think I'm gonna go with a purple for those little dots, but I gotta give it a quick shopping. Oh, Marianne, I'm so happy. So exciting. All right. So there's that part of it. With just this dark purple color. Oh, Scarlett's back. Hello, Scarlett. What's happening, my friend? This is a hard color to put next to this orange because I was gonna say scarlet and orange make brown. Purple and orange make brown. Oh my goodness. Oh my, right? All right, you know what I'm gonna do for the background? I have this Faber-Castell Art Grip watercolor pencil. Honestly, I think I've had this for like, oh my goodness. I probably had this for probably, oh, is it 37 years? I probably had this since I was 20. Now I feel old. But it's a watercolor pencil. It's got a, it's called Art Grip Aquarelle, which means that is, I know she's done with the biscuits, Paula. No more biscuits. She'll have to wait till later. It's got these little dots on it, the bumps, and it's triangular. I love a Faber-Castell product, I gotta say. So what I'm going to do is color this background section. And then, I have water near me. I'm going to use water for the background. And I'm going to use it as a watercolor pencil. So, if I just color inside these little corners here, for lack of a better word, I guess, right? In these little corners. But I've had these for a very long time. I only have a set of 4 of them. I don't even know if they still make them. I think that one of my reasons for not being able to find the markers that I like is that I really like a colored pencil. So, I don't know. And I'm tired of a brush tip marker. I don't want it to be an alcohol marker because then it's going to smell weird. So, Faber-Castell is good because it doesn't have an odor. I think I might try those Pentel ones, though, that I was talking about. I'm brave doing the backgrounds? You think? Look, I've got it on its kind of on its side, though, Marianne. On an angle. But, you know, I see people complete the pages from this book, and they leave the backgrounds white. And I like that they're doing, I like that people are doing that. You're doing that, right? It looks great. All right, I have to kind of pivot. So I'm working on this series of paintings, if anyone's seen it, with these flowers. And I'm on my second one, actually, 16 by 20. And I'm going to be working on another one that I'm going to enter in a contest, actually. It's this art, Compassion for Animals is the theme. And I'm going to start that one hopefully this weekend. I have one painting I need to finish first, but one of the paintings that I just finished, I had prints made of it, and I cannot even believe how pretty they look. So that's been a lot of fun doing those. All right, let's see. Now let's add some water. Isn't it pretty blue? It's so pretty. And look, if I just kind of like use it on this, it's really, really nice. Faber-Castell always has a good color, a good pigment to the color, though, I really have to say. Sherry says, I'm not really fond of markers when coloring an entire page. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's my problem then, Sherry. I really cannot find what I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking for in my head, right? But do I really know what I'm looking for? I don't know. I'm just going to add a little bit of water to my little Yoplait glass jar. Does anybody else buy Yoplait yogurt just because they like the glass jars? I do. So I'm not sure what I should do about the whole situation with the looking for a pen. We're looking for markers. I think I might have to actually go in a store and smell them, because I'm really worried that the odor is just going to knock me out. All right, so now I'm just going to take this big brush, actually, put a tiny bit of water on it. And the reason why I want a large brush is because I want to be able to spread this around on a large area. Now, I'm sure that the words might smudge. So if I go light enough and I just kind of tuck the corner of my brush, the edge of it, into the corner, into where it needs to be. Now don't forget, this is just regular coloring book paper. So it might buckle a little bit and you might want to like maybe tape it down. You'll know what you're looking for when you find it, Rosie's saying. I think you're right. I think I might look at, like, I don't know. I noticed that maybe Walgreens has some school supplies out already. I bet I might find some deals there. But you know, Sherry, I think you're right about maybe there's, I think you're onto something there. All right, so I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of a wisp of water here in the middle, just to kind of pull that color. But, I mean, I did a little bit at the bottom. Arteza Everblend markers are nice alcohol, but they don't smell. I think I did see those, Marianne. I'll have to look at those. Look at this color, Sandra. Look at that. Isn't it incredible? And you know what's cool about these is that Watch'em never even make these. Look at that. It completely looks like watercolor. You know, sometimes you get watercolor pencils and you end up with like a scratchiness. These don't have that. And of course I have to take this out of here because then we're going to have not so much. There's a good thing there. Let me see. I want to just kind of fill out my swatch page here so we know what we did. See if I can remember what I used. Okay, we did use this blue color. Yeah. Faber-Castell Aquarelle. Maybe if there's a Faber-Castell watercolor, Faber-Castell. Can you see that right there? Faber-Castell. That's my favorite, Faber-Castell. Faber-Castell Duo Tips, Faber-Castell, what's the other one, Marianne? Oh, grip markers. But you're right, Marianne is saying that Crayola Super Tips are the best. They are the best. I do feel like they, that's it, Sandra. I do feel like the Crayola Super Tips do not last as long. Or maybe I just use them a lot. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I should just buy another set of those. Boy, we should shop together all the time because this really answered a lot of my questions. All right, these are the colors that are all here that we used today. And I used yellow. That was the only other one. Yellow, yellow, yellow. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, here it is. Yellow. That's it. All right, so those are complete. It takes so long for me to color with markers. I also can't shade and blend with markers, Sherry's saying. Well, alcohol markers you can shade and blend with. But I'm going to tell you, that's why I don't use them. I love using an alcohol marker like a Copic, but I can't afford Copics, number one. Number two is that usually alcohol markers have such an odor that I just cannot. Oh, highlighters are a good thing to use. Those don't have an odor. That's a good idea. I can't stand the smell of them, Sherry. Especially if I'm using, what do you call it? If I'm coloring live. Can't do it. Cannot do it. Because I'm talking and it goes into my mouth. Cannot do it. All right, so this one is finished. And I am going to pop that page back underneath because this is kind of wet. So next week we meet again at 10 a.m. live right here. And that we're going backwards. Remember we talked about this. We're going backwards in the book. And now we're going to move on to Be Happy. And we are going to talk about everything what makes you happy, right? The simplest things can make someone happy. And I get sad sometimes when I think about this because, and we'll talk about it when we get to that, but I just get sad sometimes because some people are expecting greatness in life and some people are expecting grandeur or something magnificent to happen in order for them to be very, very happy. And I think that if you can sit in an empty room and you can smile inside, then that is when you've achieved happiness. That's what I think. Anyway, we'll talk more about that next week, but I'm so glad that everyone joined me today. Thanks so much again for watching today, taking time out of your day to follow me along. Don't worry, be happy. Exactly, Bev. Exactly. Or don't worry. Just don't worry. Worry. Don't even get me. Worry. I am a warrior, let me tell you. And not warrior like I'm going to power through. Worry like I worry about things. I'm better than I used to be, but oh my goodness. Worry is an energy. When you worry, I think it drains your energy. What do you think? I think it's just like, oh my God. Okay, so I'll see everyone next week. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Chris. You too, Sherry. Thank you so much. I'll see everyone soon.